This video is brought to you by Manscaped. Stick around to hear more about the discount they are providing to the entire upper echelon community. Okay, here we are yet again with Earth 2. This is just the most recent in a very long line of videos by me and numerous other content creators showcasing the unprofessional, impossible, disingenuous claims of a project that serves no other purpose than extracting maximum value from their cult-like fanbase. But today, I get to just have a good old laugh. The proverbial cards are on the table, and Earth 2 is either going to cement itself as a viable metaverse in the eyes of a few thousand morons who support it, or it's going to wreck itself, more specifically the reputation of the CEO and company, to such a horrifyingly wonderful extreme, it would be like if Game of Thrones had a good 8th season. Before we really dive in though, I have a bit of a personal tangent I need to go down because it honestly just needs to be said. This is Earth 2. Earth 2 has a psychotic, cult-like fanbase that will support it no matter what they say, all the time, and will scream at anyone who criticizes the project. There are very good examples of this. I have particular videos about specific creators that have supported the project and just spewed a whole bunch of false information about do your research, but then they're completely wrong. Anyway, there are great examples of this, and I guess I'll link everything down below and make a playlist out of it. But anyway, this is Earth 2, and this is their website, where they sell overpriced little map tiles, and speculators cream themselves over the value of that land, which isn't actually land. This is their description. Quote, "We aim for Earth 2 to be the beginning of the Earth's fully immersive virtual reality similar to The Matrix or Ready Player One, and we are so excited to engage this journey together." End quote. Here's the rant. This is not possible. This will not happen. Earth 2 cannot and will not create The Matrix or Ready Player One. If that type of immersive reality ever does exist, which is likely, by the way, it will not be made by Earth 2. Remove this from your website, you absolute idiots, and stop pretending that anything you are doing, can do, or will ever do is comparable to Ready Player One or The Matrix. Until you drop this foundational, blatant, unachievable, idiotic lie, you will not be a serious project with legitimate credibility ever. Period. Rant over. With that out of the way, let's get to the juicy part. Earth 2 has long been criticized for pretending to be a game, which in reality is just an unprofessional mess of money-grubbing market tactics. At one point, they hired a well-proven, documented serial scammer and asset thief who lied on a voice call about the CEO suing YouTubers, and then later admitted to making the whole thing up. Regardless, they are now producing dev blogs which showcase their proprietary technology. Clearly a word that their scriptwriter learned recently and is now vomiting that word all across their voice-acted videos. The first one of these dev blogs is about procedurally generated world rendering, which gives a cinematic overview of their proprietary rendering tech. This video is a never-ending string of buzzwords, while a beautiful cinematic planet moves and changes in the background. Much of what the narrator says is real from a technological standpoint, but the way he says it is a sort of quasi-marketing hype trailer, which ends up feeling more like an amateur attempt at bewildering the audience than it does a reasonable explanation of system functionality. That's just my opinion. When they say things like this,
What you see in this video is a prototype solution in which we are synthesizing satellite data on the fly without any form of direct reliance on costly, oversized imagery data. This becomes evident while using our new, recently researched and developed parametric and procedural approach.
yeah, when that's the tone of the video, it's difficult for anyone with even partially formed knowledge of the development space to take it seriously, even remotely, which is how we arrive at the actual challenge. $10,000, 7 days time, or 30 minutes, the CEO can't make up his mind and now he's throwing tantrums on social media, and a YouTuber who can either break the reputational back of Earth 2 over his knee, forever, or he fails, and he gets a bit of shit from people only for exaggerating in a video, I guess. That's like the worst he'd receive. Man, what a world we live in. Alright, before anything else, it's time for a promotional segment courtesy of Manscaped. Manscaped is a well-established hygiene brand supplying over 4 million men worldwide, and recently they've expanded their product lineup to include several new items in the Ultra Premium Collection. The Ultra Premium Collection is all about convenience, giving you shampoo and conditioner, body wash, hydrating body spray, aluminum-free deodorant, and the free bonus of moisturizing lip balm, all at once in one convenient package. Effectively, this will supply your complete shower experience with everything essential plus extra, and for added convenience, you can enroll in their peak hygiene plan, which will automatically resupply and ensure you never run out of their selection. To order, go to manscaped.com and use promo code UPPER for 20% off and free international shipping. Again, that's manscaped.com with promo code UPPER for 20% off and free international shipping. Big thank you to Manscaped for sponsoring the channel. So how did this all happen? The dev blog, with its cascading, linguistically sophisticated rhetoric and technological superiority of synthesized prototype parametric and procedural approach, failed to impress a YouTuber by the name Callum Upton. From what I can tell, he does excellent work. I'll link his channel down below in the description. Callum Upton created his own video outlining that the functionality you see in this dev blog is largely based on existing technology. It is not proprietary, revolutionary, or new. It is common, tested, and cheaply available. He claims that Unity plugins and out-of-the-box technology can be quickly combined to produce a similar result, but this claim, well, it kicked off a chain reaction that has me genuinely excited to see the outcome. This video, downplaying the dev blog and its technology and proprietary systems, caused Shane Isaac, the CEO of Earth2, to respond after business hours with a challenge. I'll have all of these different videos linked down below for those that care, but to summarize, Shane Isaac, CEO of Earth2, mocked Callum Upton and issued him a $10,000 challenge to replicate what had been seen, with out-of-the-box plugins. There are some inconsistencies here, like the fact that he claims in the video and on Twitter that Callum said it would take 30 minutes to copy, which just is not true. Callum Upton said it would take 30 minutes, maybe, to set one up, in reference to the biome function, one individual plugin that he claims exists. He was indicating that a real-time manipulation system for biomes in particular could be set up with out-of-the-box tech in roughly 30 minutes, but this is not an indication of actual time frame for the whole project. Now that I'm actually sitting here writing this script, there are a lot of these moments. Shane Isaac takes things Callum Upton didn't say and uses them as a straw man, while attempting to, I don't even really know, I guess psychoanalyze him. It's very awkward, and it doesn't seem to have a point. However, the thing that does matter is the challenge. Shane Isaac says that if Callum Upton can replicate this video in 7 days, he will get $10,000, but he also puts in 7 requirements for the challenge. It's funny to me because their dev blog contains absolutely no proof at all that their proprietary technology can or has done any of these things. But instead of a challenge to replicate what was shown, which is much more reasonable in my opinion, it's a challenge to replicate what they say the technology can do when pressed with criticism, with no objectively verifiable proof whatsoever. Now, this is a bit of a side note, but I need to do some math, and I think you'll understand why in just a second. Remember, Earth-2 is going to create a 1-to-1 scale replica of the entire Earth. It will be like The Matrix or Ready Player One. That's the claim. One of Shane Isaac's required parameters for this challenge is that Callum Upton create a 774,000 by 774,000 meter environment. Also recall, the dev block was titled Procedurally Generated Versatility at Scale, and the words at scale mean quite literally at the required size to solve the problem. Basically, this dev blog is showcasing rendering tech that is at the required size to solve the problem of a massive 1-to-1 scale replica of Earth. Amazing. But wait, the math. 774,000 meters by 774,000 meters is a very simple calculation to determine area. Multiplied, this would be 599,076,000,000 square meters. That's incredible, enormous, fantastic. But how big is the Earth? 1 square mile has 2,589,988 square meters. So to find the surface area of the Earth, we need to multiply that number by 196 million. The answer we get is 507 trillion square meters. Wow, okay, that's quite a bit bigger, but let's put this in perspective because the human brain is nearly incapable of visualizing numbers that large in a proper way. The 774,000 meter land area, height and width, that Earth-2 has advertised with the at scale title is 0.1% of the Earth's surface. This area would need to be 1,000 times larger to create the possibility of a 1-to-1 scale replica, and yet this is their system that they have claimed is a rendering solution operating at scale. Wrong. Lie. This is what they have made, and this scary black box right here is what they actually need. Now, who am I to doubt this project? I'm no one. They might be the architects of our digital future, here to lead the world into a bright new transcendent technological reality. But after their more recent dev blog, the second installation in that series, dear God, I just couldn't stop laughing.
It's important to note that our technical team have been working on specialized proprietary technology that will not only allow us to procedurally load and stream these buildings as 3D objects inside our massive 1-to-1 scale digital replication of the planet Earth, but importantly allow for this to be done at lightning speed and support significant player customization. As you can see in this footage, This specialized 3D object is using our proprietary shader system that will provide Earth 2 players with an incredible amount of surface customization on objects they own. Our solution not only accommodates for the coloration adjustment on numerous visual components, but goes further by supporting the alteration of surface types such as metallic or dielectric material.
I might have been able to step back and acknowledge the positive side of them actually maybe, making something, but this one put me over the edge. The specialized 3D object using their proprietary shader system that will provide an incredible amount of surface customization on objects that you own. Yeah. What the actual fuck? Maybe the technobabble of the first video had some people fooled, but this really shouldn't. Like, it can't fool most people, at least anyone with a critically thinking brain. What is special about this 3D object? Nothing. They have a proprietary shader method that allows for even metallic surfaces, but so do countless other games. Again, nothing special about anything that they're doing. They are showing nothing impressive here, and yet they are trying to make it sound like they are redefining technology itself, and they have these consistent... It's like their scriptwriter has like picked up a thesaurus, is really what it sounds like. I have to add this in post-script, by the way, because holy shit, I got this from Callum Upton's Discord. There's a great group of people over there. This right here is one of two things. Either A, it is an old piece of E3 demo footage, which means that Earth 2 didn't even make this special 3D model or their proprietary shading technology, or Callum Upton already made this himself and mimicked their special 3D model and proprietary shading tech in less than a day. This whole thing is just chef's kiss incredible. Without that second dev blog, I might not have made this video, but that second dev blog, it shows me that Callum Upton is probably right. Speaking of Callum, he has accepted the challenge on Twitter. He also stated that he will be giving out the Unreal Engine 5 files publicly, which leads me to believe he has a very real shot of passing this challenge, even with the added requirements given by Shane that there's no proof were even adhered to in his own video. So again, he's not replicating what was shown, which I believe would be incredibly easy for him to do. He's replicating the phantasmic requirements that Shane Isaac decided to throw down after hours on a random day of the week. If he succeeds, okay, just picture this, the reputation of Earth 2 is destroyed. Not that there was much to begin with, but if a single YouTuber in a week's time can replicate or even get close to what a supposed expert team of highly competent developers have now spent months, possibly years on, that's a death sentence. The CEO will be a disgraced, manipulative, and inadequate snob with nowhere to turn and nothing to say in defense. If he fails, he will get some ridicule from the Earth 2 community. Some of it probably well-deserved, right? Because he exaggerated in certain aspects if he fails. Same as always, though. They're always doing that type of stuff to a bunch of different YouTubers, but his life will go on pretty much unimpacted. This was a blunder on the grandest scale from Earth 2. The CEO issuing a challenge after his puff piece dev blogs go out talking about how great their proprietary technology is doesn't mitigate existing criticism. It just creates a catastrophic reputational hazard in the roadway that we all get to witness in real time. So actually, thank you, Shane. No matter the result, it's going to be primetime entertainment. I'm watching like a hawk, and I can't wait for the finale. Shane Isaac is actually already scrambling. After issuing the challenge and saying 7 days while blatantly manipulating the context of, you said this was possible in 30 minutes, which was not said, he's on Twitter claiming that Callum has help, and stating that if 10 devs do it in 7 days, then so much for 30 minutes. Again, he made up the 30-minute figure. Hashtag whatever. That is, well, it's unproven speculation at best. I have been scouring Callum's Discord myself, and as of yet see no indication anyone is helping him with anything. Though, to be fair, I'm not exactly privy to the inner workings of his community, so I don't know. I guess it might happen and I wouldn't know. But it's panicked whining at worst, or actually at best probably, because to lose this challenge, genuinely, and I think he knows this now, to lose this challenge is to lose all dignity for him. Stay tuned, because I will certainly cover whatever happens next. That's it. If you want to support, there are links down below, primarily locals and Patreon to get away from ad revenue. Also, Odyssey, a YouTube platform alternative where all my content can be seen for free. There's another YouTube to check out. Video links, of course, merchandise, social media, and obviously Manscaped. Click the link down below and get some amazing products. But I'll cut it there and stop rambling. As always, thank you all for watching, and have a nice night.